interesting opinion poll by Synovate touching on the same. Linda?
Actually, that report was touching on a myriad of issues that has been affecting Kenyans over the last couple of months. Let's bring in our colleague Wilson Uhuru. Wilson, this poll looked at the ICC and in particular whether or not Kenyans think the president should attend his trials.
And surprisingly, you will find that most Kenyans actually want the president to attend the trials, probably because they want all those complications of probably getting sanctions from the West, so that those things do not happen. But as you said, the poll actually looked at several issues, and the issues covered included security, the Westgate attack, Somalia security issues, Muslim clerics killings, and the ICC process.
Right, so do your presentation, then we'll look at the voting pattern, in particular in the central region, and talk about it just a little bit.
Absolutely. Go. So let's start with the ICC process. And as I said before, a majority of Kenyans actually want the ICC cases to continue, and the percentage of those who want the ICC cases to continue at the ICC are at 67%, while only 25% of those say no. At the same time, only 2% of those individuals who are sampled said that they want the cases to be deferred. Let's move on to another issue, which is national personal security. And the question that was posed was, have you ever been a victim of crime in the last 3 months? And 89% of the respondents said no, while only 10% of them said yes. Now, the 10% number is a figure that has remained constant over the last 7 years. Let's move on to another issue, which is reporting of crimes to the police. As you will see here, 56% of people do not actually report these crimes to the police, which is something that is should be very concerning. And even those who, the 43% of people actually don't bother reporting these issues to the police. And even those who report these issues to the police, a majority of them are not satisfied with how the police handle the cases or they respond to the cases. Let's move on to the other issues. As I said, those who are not satisfied, the percentage lies at 43%, while those who are completely satisfied is at 26%. This is a number that should be very, very high, and this shows that something actually needs to be done. Let's move on to another issue, which is the Westgate attack. It is exactly 2 months since the attack happened in our country. And could the attack have been prevented? 67% of Kenyans believe that this attack could have been prevented, while only 22% believe that nothing could have been done. And an interesting voting pattern when it comes to this issue is that when asked about the rate of performance of individuals and institutions that dealt with this attack, most Kenyans feel that the Red Cross got 96% approval rating, while Cabinet Secretary Joseph Olelenku, who is in charge of Interior, got the lowest rating at 43%.
Probably because they had a very good response after that.
Probably, yes.
All right, so let's look at the issue of whether or not the president should attend his trial at the International Criminal Court and focus on the central region. There has been speculation on that voting pattern. 17% of residents from central region think the president should attend his trials, and there is some weird reasoning behind that.
My thinking is, now if you look at the last general election, when it came to voting, the president almost got 90% or even more than 90% of the votes cast in Central Province. But now, 17% want the president to attend the trials at the ICC. The reasoning might be that they feel that the president is innocent and he might actually win his case. That being said, this means that he might gain some political mileage.
An approval rating of some sort.
From the cases.
All right.
Thank you, Wilson.
Thank you very much, Wilson Uhuru. You want to do the opinion poll? Because this has been your story.
All right, fine. Now, on our BQ tonight, we're going to ask, do you agree with the poll findings that Kenyan cases at the ICC should continue? Do you agree with the poll findings that the Kenyan cases at the ICC should continue?
Let us know what you think. You can tweet us at KTN Kenya. You can tweet us at Ben Kitili, at Linda Gutu. You can also send a short message to the number 22155. We will be able to sample that just before